Yeah, Marvel Snap's new season pass card is Shadowlands Daredevil, and I think I like this one. I don't expect it to be that crazy high power level of some season pass cards of late, but I think he's pretty solid, and I had a good run with this deck today. I landed at 15-4, which is a monster 79% win rate, which I will say it's a new season, so there were some bot games in the mix. I think I had 4, maybe 5 bot games of the like visible terrible bots. So against real human opponents, maybe 10-4 or 11-4, which is still actually a really good run for what I think is a deck that's kind of just like scraped together here. This is sort of something new, combining a few different things. It's all about making 1/6s, because Shadowlands Daredevil, of course, shuffling those demons in, which in theory dilute your deck and make it a little weaker because you're not drawing your real cards. But let's remember, like, 1/6s are great. We love playing 1/6s. That's cheap, efficient, high power output. We've also got Hood in here to make demons alongside Misery as well to get you an extra demon there. And even Sandstorm makes you 1/6s. If you fill up all your front row spots, the rocks here also become 1/6s. And don't forget, Martyr is a 1/6 too, which this kind of sounds like a meme. Like, you know, it's just like, why is he making all these 1/6s? But those are all enabled through Patriot for bonus points. Suddenly they become 1/8s minus Martyr. Moonstone takes it even further. They can become 1/10s. They all discount your Mockingbird as well. We've also got, you know, rock synergies in here via Sandstorm Debris, which also makes your Insab Manure an interesting way. When you fill all those front row spots out, Insab Manure can suddenly be a 4/9 that trades you into some good results as well. So a handful of weird little synergies here, basically all playing into this kind of like new look Patriot deck, basically, is kind of how I would put this. Like Demon Patriot, basically, on the back of the Shadowlands Daredevil, where essentially Shadowlands Daredevil hopefully becomes like, you know, a 2/9 or a 2/11 in this deck in many cases, but also the demons aren't a downside, they're an upside. So you're also drawing 1/8s or 1/10s with regularity in this deck. So what that gives you is like a few, you know, kind of tall power spike cards like Daredevil, Mockingbird, Misery, Debris, and Sabanur, alongside a baseline of like, you know, solid rocks and like 1-cost stuff and buffed Patriot things. But then also the demons come in late, often on the final turn. It's like, what's the opponent going to do when you drop 30 points in demons out of nowhere? Basically, it's like, God, how do I control for all this extra power being added? So I don't know. This deck in some ways didn't feel refined yet. Like, I think there's probably a few changes you could hear to make to this to make it feel better. You know, Eitri was like, you know, he's kind of an odd man out because he really only works with Shadowlands Daredevil, but it's like, man, that's really nice. Like, just, you know, this is a 1/3 that draws you a 1/6 and buffs your Shadowlands Daredevil. Like, that's a great little synergy, right? And sometimes you're like, well, Inside Manure is not perfect because sometimes you like roll into the Hood or Squirrel or whatever, but it's like, he's still pretty solid and has some synergies. And you're like, well, Moonstone only works with Patriot. Is she worth it? But she's 6 power, so she's also buffing your Shadowlands Daredevil, right? So it's like a lot of these cards that seem kind of iffy, like Misery, again, only 1 synergy, but also a Shadowlands Daredevil buff. So Martyr, it's like, do you need a Martyr in here? Well, she's a buff to Daredevil, and you fill the board so regularly, she's not a risk. So it kind of worked, even though I didn't really know why. And I think that's a good sign. Like, this could be a different new way to play Patriot. I think there are a variety of other options to try for Shadowlands Daredevil too that aren't quite leaning into the demon side of things is hard, but, you know, maybe just like a deck that's got big dudes and Daredevil's like a 2/11 all the time. 2/11 is not necessarily a bad card. So I'm intrigued by this one. I want to keep an eye on it. I want to see some data. It's still super early, so I can't tell you just yet how powerful this is going to look, but I think some promising signs as like one of those big scaling 2-drops. It's just got to be a deck that either leans into the demons or doesn't mind the demons necessarily disrupting the game plan too much. But also right now, just keep in mind, you're going to see a lot of claims on day one, but remember, all data is inflated right now because of bot games. For the next week or so, we're not really going to know, at least a few days from now, until people start getting out of the demon pool, where exactly Shadowlands Daredevil and his decks land. But I think this is a potentially good card, maybe not, you know, that broken level, but potentially a good card. So keep an eye on this one. Enjoy some of the crazy shenanigans in this video with Shadowlands Daredevil. All right, no problem playing Martyr early for sure. Already a decent Sandstorm, I'd say. The demon deck. Every time I put demons in the thumbnail, though, they do really badly. I was gonna just put a big demon head on Daredevil and call it a day, but I might have to do Patriot Daredevil. shenanigans, recolors type stuff. Panopticon. Squirrel Girl, yes. Squirrel Girl is, yeah, we like Squirrel Girl. I think you still go Debris Sandstorm here. Daredevil is late as always. Make yourself known, Daredevil. Panopticon amazing for us either way. Can't be mad about Panopticon rolls. Good for a Thanos deck too, though, I guess. So they're not mad either. A lot of stones hit early. I thought about putting Thanos in this package. I was like, oh, you know, card draw is really good for Daredevil. Which is true, but, you know, you're also just drawing stones. So it's like kind of good and kind of bad, right? Oh, man, that sucks. Daredevil's a really good hit, though. Do you go Daredevil off curve or do you go... Debris still on curve? It does also protect these for a minute. I think you have to miss a turn on Daredevil here. I think you just go Daredevil Sandstorm next turn. That's pretty good. We don't get any worse Mockingbird here, do we? I don't think so. Warrior Falls, though, I mean, like, it's gonna be a problem. We're kind of chasing the whole game, you know? That's the issue. Oh, Hood could protect me for a minute, though, if I want. You still have time to play Sandstorm next turn. Hood and I are like both so good in Panopticon. It's crazy. I think you put the Chimichanga over here though. Next turn is looking like Sandstorm Mockingbird to me. Hood getting destroyed right. Martyr's not looking like a move threat right now, right? That's fine. Daredevil shuffling in. I mean, we have a chance here to miss Patriot and stuff, but at this stage, I kind of think the demons are looking better. I don't know. Mockingbird for the opponent. I bet we're running very similar sorts of lists. Oh, shame we didn't beat the Patriot, man. Iron Patriot, that is. We draw the demon. Okay. So yeah, indeed, I think Sandstorm plus Mockingbird. I mean, you sort of want only demons mid. I know my final turn next turn is going to be at least 4 1/6s. I only have 4 spaces available. Surge is protecting me, right? I don't think I play anything that I draw except maybe a demon, right? But that's the same as what's going to be in hand. I mean, is anything better? A Misery would technically maybe be better. Patriot has some potential lines, I guess, right? So many 1/6s, dude. This is the dream. I really wish this said whenever you know, 6 power is added to hand. That would be so spicy. That would be so much more interesting, I think. Misery, indeed. She is technically bigger, I guess. She deletes a squirrel, which doesn't really mean anything to us. So if she deletes a squirrel, she's not bigger. Mid, she's not bigger because of Panopticon. Left, she deletes too many things. I think you're just better off playing all the rocks and stuff. I mean, look, dude, I don't know if we're going to win, but it's a lot of points. Opponent has a lot of ground to cover here, man. A lot of ground to cover. I'm adding 16 points mid, 6 points left, 6 points right. I mean, big leads across the field. I could see them winning 1 spot here. I don't know how they win 2. Can they win 2 spots? They've already used Mockingbird as a big spike. 9-point lead, 10-point lead, 11-point lead. Shang-Chi does nothing. Proxima does nothing. Strange Supreme shouldn't be an issue, right? I don't think that ever hurts. It actually hurts them maybe a little bit. I don't think they get the Panopticon points, right? So yeah, dude, just triple win here. Big time points across. This is the perfect game. And it was actually a late Daredevil too. He was only a 2/7 at a base, which, I mean, 2/7 is still really good, right? Like, this is a 2-drop, right? Fool. But I think the demons were good draws, right? Like, that's the thing, is we had just a good final hand. Honestly, it didn't even spend all our energy, right? Floated 2, but still dumped, you know, 24 raw power. You know, it's like a super Doctor Doom or something on the final turn, if you think about it, right? 4 1/6s is way better than 3 6/5s. So, just like a really clean game. All right, Martyr. The Gerber baby. It's a beautiful one. What a beautiful face on that Gerber baby. my stats showing up? Here they are. Oh, I'm actually having a good run with this deck. Dang. Onslaught Citadel is actually really nuts for us. Daredevil on turn 2 is also really nuts for us. That's great. Maybe we spread them out a little bit here for Debris' sake, right? Maybe go Debris mid. Kind of have 3 powerful cards spread across. Have that baseline of rocks spread across as well. That's good news, I think. Iron Patriot. Now, if we do go Debris mid, that's kind of forcing any miseries left, which I don't... Oh! Nova Roma! Yes! No! Daredevil! No! You're supposed to get points. There you are. I mean, it's going to add up anyway, right? Like, it's all extra. Now you sort of want to go Debris right to contest the Iron Patriot, because, like we said, that leaves me 2 misery spots as well, which is kind of cool. In Sabanur, we'll have rocks mid here always, because rock left will be buffed. I think you can go ahead and do that next turn and just see what you find, because also that's really good if you roll into the Patriot or Moonstone. Like, that's a good spot for that. We got out ahead of the Rocket and Groot, shut down the Patriot. That's great. Demons being drawn across the board. Do you go in Sabanur mid? I think that's fine. Again, that leaves misery left open. Yeah, this should be okay. Yeah, there's actually some really good hits here in this rock. Super giant. Okay. It's probably not a big issue for us, ultimately. Demon. Well, you know, that's all the demons already. Wow. Crazy that we already got all the demons, dude. Here, I think, indeed, you just go for... Oh, Sandstorm's not doing anything, though. Hold up. Maybe you go Misery, then, kind of power spike more than they think. Demon here... Next turn's maybe Patriot Demon. Then you got kind of a demon guy everywhere. I mean, is there any reason for me to play into the Rocket and the Groot early? Not necessarily, right? I mean, I don't know. Oh, Punish is already done, though. I love it, dude. Yeah, this is just so much tempo. I get it. I get it, dude. I don't even know if they knew the Patriot stuff was an angle, but, like, Daredevil's already huge. Potentially going to 11 next turn. Not actually that likely for the record, though. We only had 1 more draw on the deck since we already got all the demons. He wasn't very likely to be big, but we were just so big everywhere else. The one thing we'd have to think about a little bit this game is Martyr. Maybe think a little bit about Negasonic Teenage Warhead too, but I think we just had such a crazy high tempo lead. Like, look how many points we had down. It's a crazy lead. I mean, these are kind of inflated, sure, but like crazy output this game, man. Just so many cards, so much flexibility. It's really quite wild. Hey, we like Hood, Misery. I know we're gonna eat the Hood, so it being left doesn't really matter, but I just know it's a safe spot to play the Misery, and I don't have to worry about like Death Domain popping up on it or something that eats my Misery. Can we find Daredevil on turn 2? It's another one of those cards that's like insane on 2 and bad every time else, I think, right? I mean, I think insane on 2. Maybe not, but probably pretty insane on 2. It's not on 2. We can do this, right? It's fine. Patriot. I mean, you could put these mid as well, frankly, but... Yeah, maybe they do go mid, because we do have some cards that demand space. Like, you know, if you draw Debris or something, you're going to want to have some space left. Martyr might still get clogged out here. This also helps, like, if you do, you know, get an Insob or a Sandstorm, you can do it before turn, you know, whatever. Sure. Next turn's Misery, like we said. No Daredevil. I like seeing some games of this deck without Daredevil, though, to make sure we can still win games, you know. Ooh, Carter Agony is brutally good. Means left might be kind of gone. Oh, dog! Is this better for now? Probably so, yeah, like... I don't still know if we're actually going to contest left off just the back of Shadowlands Daredevil, but I think we're in a good spot right, especially if we find like a Debris, just a little bit of extra bonus here. Opponent can only really play here. I mean, turn 6 is going to be like shaky as well, but I'm hopeful we can steal back mid. I guess Martyr can move right for the record, so we have to have enough points mid that we hold against, you know, whatever crazy brood thing or something they're gonna do, which is tough. This Surfer deck's brutal, man. It's absolutely brutal. I forgot Daredevil's an on reveal. No! I forgot he's an on reveal! I mean, you might be thinking, well, what else would he be? I know, but I just hadn't thought about it yet. Give me a break. Maybe I needed the space anyway. Deal with it. This is a lot of points, actually. This is a lot of points. Did Storm go off? Yeah, oh yeah, she did. Okay. Oh yeah, Scotty's 6, yeah. Carter's 6, yeah. I mean, dude, I don't know. We got a lot of points. Even if Martyr moves, you're still looking at 24 points mid. A lot of points left too, so it's not trivial. Dude, I'm embarrassed that I have to include this game in the video. Although, to be honest with you, was Daredevil going to be bigger than, you know, one of these guys? Because this was 7 and 8. No, this was actually 10. Was he going to be bigger? He might have been bigger than this rock. How big was he? I don't remember. I think he was going to be 9, maybe? But I had to play the misery because I cleared -3. What I'm getting at is, like, I was surprised, which that's annoying. But at the same time, statistically speaking, from a numerical standpoint, it was probably right, wasn't it? Because the misery's worth a lot of points. You know, kind of 11 because you clear the hood. You only lose, like, I think 2 maybe or something on the Shadowlands Daredevil. Maybe it was like 2 or 3 points lost by trading him out for a rock or a demon or whatever. So I wonder if it wasn't worth it. Yeah. Hey, this is a dream hand, actually, dude. Oh my god, yes. All right, dude. I have demon buff already loaded up so we don't miss it. We got the E3 Daredevil. Don't put Daredevil there. That's fine. Don't put Daredevil left. This is fine. I think we can go ahead and draw 2. I don't see why not. Might be a reason, but I can't think of one. Give me Asgard right, dude. Asgard right. Patriot can definitely go mid. That's no problem. Patriot left. I do want to contest, but how much do we want to commit over there? You could just go like Demon Martyr right now. Maybe 2 demons even. Squirrel Girl Demon Martyr. Also do love Starbrand Crater, but I mean, shutting out this Patriot's, I think, pretty valuable, right? And you don't mind Essex Lab on any of these. I mean, I guess you don't love it on the demon because you lose a Patriot buff potentially, but it's also not the end of the world if it happens. It's like 2 points, you know? And you're 2/3 anyway to hit the other ones, so... Could even follow up next turn with a Mockingbird too, maybe, or something. So I think this definitely shuts out the Patriot. I wanted to run Nico in this deck, by the way, guys, to oh bro, Shuri's Lab is a bit of a pain for us though. That's I mean, at least they are also kind of clogged out a bit on it, so that's nice. Could also just go Misery here. Are you mad about all the extra squirrels? How much space do you have? You have 1 spot mid, 1 spot right, but you get a space to contest Shuri's Lab, which is nice. So I would have 3 total spaces available. You want to play a Patriot and a Mockingbird at least. I don't know. I don't hate that, but I might want to wait until like next turn or something. I don't know. Just to get a little bit more data points, perhaps. Or maybe you could even like fill mid so you don't waste a spot there with a squirrel, because squirrel's only gonna be like 1/3 or something, you know? But I also wish I had the points for Starman Crater, because that could help make the Misery better. But I just know that I want to fill mid because I have weak cards here too. So it's like I'm really torn, right? I guess there's a chance Daredevil hits and gets me Starman Crater anyway, right? Does that check at the start of turn? Or I don't know how this is all going to check. Oh, what a whiff. But now you kind of want to do this, but you can't because of dang Daredevil. He gets destroyed. So that would be very bad. So also this sucks too now, right? Also, you don't want this either, I don't think. I think you do the squirrel thing here, like we said, just to get some points in Shuri's Lab. And then the goal is be strong left and be strong right. You're not strong mid, but maybe it holds just because Patriot's a little bit of a surprise. They don't expect the Patriot, perhaps. Victoria Hand Demons, also crazy. Hand would be another way to go instead of the Patriot package here, by the way. But the Daredevil doesn't create in hand, it creates in deck. So, like, you know. You'd be fine with Sandstorm stuff and Hood stuff, but not Daredevil stuff. Moonstone is unplayable. Oh, and it's only unplayable because indeed this checks at the start of turn. Ah, interesting. We just learned something, right? No, that sucks actually, man. That really honestly hurts us a lot. Well, there's no reason to play that. Boy, maybe we catch them off guard here and just martyr screw me though. Probably not. I don't think so, because she might steal right. That's an because this doesn't actually say, like, you know, gain +1 energy at the start of the turn. I mean, each turn you kind of get it, like it sort of implies that. I'm not like mad about this, but just an interesting interaction for an effect here basically that happens kind of after the start of the turn, because otherwise we'd be able to play Moonstone just for tempo. So I don't think we win right, but we might win left and mid. Oh god, Gambit is just a unbelievable wrinkle though. I don't see how we win. We're already tied and he's about to destroy a million things, so maybe if he hit only left. Yeah. Okay, I mean, it was close, honestly, man. Moonstone over here would have won us a tiebreaker, maybe. Yeah, 14-6. Yeah. So the Starman Crater kind of costs us here. Pretty good Daredevil, by the way. 2-9. That I don't think we actually did. We draw one demon, maybe. Yeah, maybe one. Which was, I think, a good draw. I would have loved a demon instead of a Moonstone late there. Actually, would have been better than a Moonstone. She was too expensive. Hey, Zemo. Yeah, we can just put squirrels in there or something. Does it try to give them Sandstorm as well, I guess? That might be pretty cool. E3 right. Oh, it's a robot. No, every time I get E3 Daredevil, it's a robot. I've had like 3 or 4 robot games today, man. I think I made my last game I record too. It's a good one, so alas. Daredevil here might load up a little bit too hard on oh, actually this might not. I don't know. Makari server doesn't feel like a robot deck right now, but let's see. Oh, that feels like a robot deck. Maybe C3 though? Maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Grow Web's not a problem right now. Demon hit already. Okay, so you can go squirrel into Sandstorm. It's gonna be 5 already, so not 1/6 technically, but I'll take it. I forgot to activate E3. I think we should have last turn for the record. I think it would have been fine. I want to hit not a squirrel right, you know. I want not also big dudes for that agent, but Daredevil would be fine, and I'll probably put in a demon or 2 there as well. Ah, we get to, hey, nice hit. Okay, really good. I think we just put in the demon there and call it a day, right? Like, we think that's enough. I guess you could put in the Mockingbird, but she's just gonna get so much cheaper later that it doesn't feel right to do that. Yeah, this is a big commitment, but you can trade out a squirrel next turn. Mockingbird also actually will be playable next turn. Cave of the Dragon could screw you here, I guess. You get a destroyer or something, right? Is it even in the pool? I don't know. This is certainly a C3 deck. I don't know if this is a robot, by the way. It's kind of an early Scarlet Witch, but they're playing around Stark Tower nicely so far. And the variants to me don't scream robot for some reason. Agamotto is a great roll, dude. Better than Hela. Hela, of course, I forgot too, is gonna Cave of the Dragon screws them on the I totally forgot. That's insane. So this swaps out a squirrel. Do you just like fully lock in here? Feels premature. Interestingly, Inside Manure wastes the buff there though. You might get a squirrel left, you might get a squirrel mid. I don't know. I kind of hate how we're locked in, but at the same time, we're just so far ahead that maybe it doesn't matter. Oh my god, Valkyrie is nuts. Valkyrie's nuts. I need Patriot. Now we're getting this squirrel. I forgot guaranteed because that squirrel's getting buffed. Patriot one time. Hood is terrible. Oh my god, worst possible roll. So they fit. By the way, dude, I don't think they're a bot. They're playing this like perfectly. I think. We're screwed. We didn't hit the Daredevil draw. We're screwed. Oh, but agents debuffing these. Oh, interesting. I didn't think about that. Like they didn't. They fixed their Cerebro problem, but they kind of created a new problem. So they're never gonna win right. It's always tiebreakers. Yeah, I don't actually think. Yeah, I don't think this was a robot. I think they just had a fake out, dude. I think they played it pretty, you know, like they had solves here. Shame Daredevil didn't get rebuffed though, dude. He was gonna be a monster this game and would have stolen right, I think, too, officially. This deck I'm finding is just really, really high tempo. The Hood was just a giga awful roll. I maybe should have played mid last turn for Debris, by the way. Not only for Stark Tower, but for Debris. Because if Debris locked out mid, you'd be really, really cooked, I think. Any other roll was better than Hood, even Debris probably, but just to be safe, I think you should have just played like a Misery or whatever we had. I forget, there were options because Mockingbird was so cheap, but pretty good win. It's a shame where like a lot of the games where Daredevil's big, he's like kind of getting debuffed, but that sort of tells the story too, right? It's like, well, people are solving those problems because he's annoying. All right, E3's amazing into Daredevil. Yes, think we actually maybe got a real human opponent and drew Shadowlands Daredevil, the dream game, which means I will inevitably lose. That's how it goes, right? That's always how it goes. I like our hand a lot though so far. So that's on reveal. We can go ahead and do the E-Tree now, I think. I don't see why not. New York's a lot of flexibility here. Fisk Tower, not a problem for us. Opponent hit a Quicksilver, but not playing a turn 2. Interesting. Typically when we see Quicksilver, they always want to hit that turn 2. So there's the Demon. Daredevil already a 2-5. Soon to be a 2-7, right? Yep. Soon to be. Patriot left is probably okay. Just thinking I kind of want a bigger guy right to win this Asgard, because this is worth a lot of points if we hit it. The question is, like, do you... No! Why, opponent? No! We're having the sickest game. I mean, it does still tell us something, though, that, like, they're like, oh, God, they've already got a 2-7, and there's still, you know, 3 turns to go. Or, well, I guess 2 natural turns to go, so, like, 2-11 incoming. And they're like, if I can't win Asgard, that thing's going to be a 2-15, right? Any kind of card draw location turns it into an absolute monster. So I get it. I get it. I will say right now, we do have a bit of a problem with Patriot in Sabanur that I'm encountering in my brain for the first time. Because if the rocks also go to 2, you could accidentally Insaba your Patriot. Squirrels go to 3, so that's not a saving grace. Hood's in there too. I mean, the good news is, like, you don't have to play these together, but there are a few non-perfect combos in this deck, you know, like Misery only has 1 hook, Moonstone only has 1 hook. Insabanur has some good hooks, but admittedly not always the best payoffs either, right? Like, some stuff's not that great to swap into. So, like, that's why, you know, I'm trying to squeeze a few different things together to really test Daredevil, but I don't think this deck's, like, optimized by any means. Well, we love Daredevil. Do we go Squirrel Girl early? Yeah, probably so. We know we like Insabanur. We've already got Mockingbird, so some really good lines there. Daredevil can go left. I don't mind. Oh, Sandbar. No. Why is it every time something cool's about to happen, the game says, no, screw you. You don't get to do the cool thing. I mean, 2/6 demons probably aren't still terrible. Oh, I don't think we want that many demons in the deck, so maybe that's not actually. let's not freak out about that one just yet. So this is a good Insabanur because the demons are, the rocks are really great targets. Daredevil is likely to get big this game anyway, so I'm not mad about the Sandbar. Still some upside here either way. Do you go Insabanur right? I think so, right? Because there's 2 rocks. You'd love to trade both out. I don't think you mind at all. E-Tree does actually want to come down now because of oh, by the way, E-Tree killed the draw. That's kind of funny. Like, if you get him down first, you're happy. If you draw him later, you're kind of sad, but he'll make up for it at least. I think we can go White Hot Room here because Shadowlands is still going to scale. The only thing is we don't have any surprise factor from Patriot, but we're actually just so strong. Maybe it's okay, number 1. Number 2 is we're going to contribute a lot of points elsewhere on top of that. So maybe it's all okay. And like Daredevil, like we said, is still adding some points to maybe shock the opponent. And then, you know, White Hot Room perhaps has some upside. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? Good news is it's still going up, dog. Screw you. We just wait, right? There's no rush here. So double on reveal for this. Trades out both rocks. We want them to be demons. That's a demon. Indeed. Sarah. Be a demon, dog. Moonstone, actually still pretty interesting. Okay. Sandstorm. Oh, okay. Oh, bro, so many rocks. Oh my God, the 1/6 deck is here, but it's all 2/6s. So do you feel good? That actually does steal some points away from Daredevil, by the way, probably. We know there's Shadow Kings in this deck. Does that change anything about, like, what we play? I really want to play these though for Patriot Moonstone. Do you go Patriot Moonstone mid? It's really not a lot of points mid, but it's still, God, they gotta win left, they gotta win mid. How do you win it all, right? Sarah makes me nervous because there's like Brood craziness and like Surfer Right's crazy too, but it's like, you know, 14 points with only 1 spot, maybe arguably 8 points, maybe arguably 4 points with 3 drops, you know, but winning the other 2 is tough. There's a part of me that thinks Patriot right and Demon mid is better, by the way. Like, just because the Moonstone's here does not mean you have to play the Patriot here. You might want a more even power distribution, but also like Kamertage might be where they try to get strong and they go like left and right instead of trying to go mid. So they might go like, you know, Brood, Surfer, and a 3-drop here, not in that order. Hood is probably fine, yeah. We like hoods. We like Inside Banor Hood. We like Misery Hood. We like Daredevil off the top, baby. Makari left, so Surfer stuff. That's gonna be pretty scary. It's a tough deck to beat. Vormir would have been a great hood spot. I gotta say, man. Pretty sad. We'll throw away Martyr, I guess. Like a Squirrel Girl later would be better. Does Sandstorm also proc off that? I don't know. The problem is, like, I don't have anything to do next turn if I don't do it now. It depends on draws, of course. But, like, I want to be able to play my Patriot, probably. I guess we'll just throw the Martyr in. We'll probably top deck a Squirrel Girl and feel terrible about this decision, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Dang, Bar Sinister gone too. We're getting ripped off, dude. I guess a Misery there is still pretty sweet though, if I'm thinking about it. Like, that's a lot of points. Viv, wow. Good God, dude. Oh no. Not good news, man. I kind of need to not win that so that they're stuck there and then I can like win it for free later, you know? I did actually draw the Squirrel Girl, by the way. I was looking at my phone. My wife texted me, are you kidding me with this right now? I need Misery. When I play Misery on the final turn, maybe. I'm even less likely to find Misery now, though, with Daredevil coming down. Like, I want to play the good new card, but I think it's wrong here. They just go Daredevil Debris next turn, probably. Brood mid. They didn't get super greedy on the Brood. I guess they just wanted Vormir cleared, which makes sense. Misery, anybody? Misery. Mockingbird. Down by 9 points, right? But I'm gonna add 2 and then a like Mockingbird or whatever. But can you win mid like this? I don't see how, right? It makes no sense that you'd win mid. Maybe you go here and try to win left. I just don't think we're winning anything though against this insane like quad. They're gonna have like 12 power and buffs from Viv Visions or something. You know what I mean? Like, I have to keep them locked though, I guess. I mean, that logic is also not the most sound logic ever, to be honest. But it's like a free win, right, is my thought. If you lock them in, you have a... God, what a terrible draw, by the way. Just completely useless draw. God, that is the worst draw in history. There's no way we win left. Like, literally one card, just any one card in their deck is buffed enough to win left right now. Shadowlands Daredevil does not get buffed at all. It's just miserable game. Just miserable game. Come on, bro. Oh, this deck, dude. Mother of Scotty. This is basically the deck I showed yesterday, or maybe exactly the deck I showed yesterday. Well, they got Grandmaster in there. It's a little different, but come on, bro. Come on, bro. This was a failure on multiple levels, right? Daredevil kind of sucked this game. You know, drawn too late, but also just literally didn't catch a buff at all. Hey, this is the dream opener, dude. E-Tree Daredevil, yes, don't lose this game. Do we just go hard left? Sure, I don't know. Shadow King me, bro, I dare you. Jake might actually be a bot, sadly. Vulture actually does make me believe that's true already. But that's okay. We get some bot games on day one. You guys just gonna have to take it, accept it, embrace the bots. I think you go E-Tree ASAP. Might as well. No, there's a reason to wait. If there is, I can't think of it. Daredevil already to 7. Very nice. Now we need a hood. We're honestly lining up for a pretty decent Sandstorm. Wow, with Project Pegasus in particular, decent Sandstorm. Moonstone buff already. Nice. Bada boom. I think, do you take 1/5s here? Unfortunately, 1/5s are not 1/6s, but I think we're happy with 1/5s on curve like this. This is kind of reading like a tempo Misery, by the way. She's really only here for hood. You know, I thought, like, technically, of course, you can use her for Squirrel Girl, technically for Insabanur. But in a weird way, that seems like a bad thing. Like, oh, you can only use this for one card in your deck. Like, that's not very good, Regis. But it's also then she's just a 4/8, right? Like, it's not, you know, that's not a dream stat line or anything, but it's like, you know, okay, like I can tempo a 4/8 and not be mad about it. And of course, she's big enough to activate Shadowlands Daredevil. And ultimately, you know, it was a theming decision. I wanted 1/6s. I wanted one more, you know, more demon sort of activator, as many demons as possible in this deck. And 1/6s, of course, rocks can also be 1/6s in this deck. Yeah, I still do get the vibes that the opponent is indeed a robot. I'm gonna go ahead and put the misery right. I think that's a good enough power contribution here. If you get a Patriot, it would go right, so you wouldn't be too small, basically. You'd still have decent points right. And then, you know, some other flexibility elsewhere. This indeed might be a robot, but I don't think they've played it like terribly. Well, I guess they kind of have, because they have not played Human Torch into Strange Academy. Although that could be shifting. You don't know. That could change. So this is actually going to pull King Eitri out of the right now. This is going to send Rock left anyway, so you might as well just play it left, right? I guess you want Eitri to be a Mockingbird here, right? No, you want to play right, because if it pulls a Squirrel Girl, you're cooked. Hood would be a little sad too, for the record. I don't know. It would make us really strong mid, I guess, but Martyr's really not going to be a big problem card either. Multiple man, no problem. That's good numbers for us, right? Oh yeah, I forgot N7er not actually going off that turn. He's going off this turn, which is still going to be Eitri, but you know, we just don't know. I mean, the good news is like, who cares, right? Daredevil's a 215, bro. It's crazy work. Doesn't really, oh my god, dude, this is actually a robot, but they've played it exceptionally. I mean, I don't know if I'd say exceptionally well, but like good enough, right? We don't win mid unless we hit Patriot here, actually. Oh, that rock was also 5. I forgot. There's Eitri at 5 and that rock was 5, but Squirrel Girl just a debuff there. Yeah, not the Squirrel Girl hit you wanted, or not the Apocalypse hit you wanted. It's kind of weird to not have a low power rock, you know, like we don't expect to lose a 5. We expect to lose a Hood or a 0 power rock from like Debris as the goal, you know, or Squirrel or whatever. The smallest dude being 5 power is kind of wild. Maybe good news though that it didn't go left. We could have lost up to 8 points left actually. But then I guess we would have won mid, so maybe it didn't matter. Oh, actually, would we have won mid? Because we were only at 19 to 20. I don't know. This is a close game for a bot game, dude. I'm not 100% sure for the record, but few suspect things. Just that kind of an honest move deck is clue number 1, and then the Human Torch not going mid is clue number 2. I guess you go just squirrels, man. Do you turn 2 Sandstorm? I don't think so. You can hit the Debris, so you know you have a pretty good, you know, Sandstorm on turn 4 or whatever. Ooh, Blade Infinite. So maybe looking at some Hella stuff here. Ah, turn 2 Debris. Hey, that's nice. Would still play a Daredevil, but yeah. So Sandstorm's good to go next turn. I think you probably still just Patriot on curve, because why not? Patriot left is kind of a nice balance where you have some big stuff with some small stuff. Ooh, Patriot right's fun too, though. What did that Sif hit, by the way? Sif hit Death. Yeah, okay. Thought this might be a robot, which it still could be. Like the base name Nathan's a little suspicious, but so far this is just kind of a Hella deck playing out pretty decently. And that Swordmaster, while not, I guess a home run, still a good tempo play. So right now, Insabanura would hit a rock, a mysterious rock. Mockingbird goes to 1, so you can kind of play her. You would probably go Insabanur mid here. I'm not playing this Sandstorm. Do I need to be? You know, like maybe you just go Insaba now, see what you get, because that guides you a little bit. I guess you can go left with him too to make sure we have enough points left, because we don't have any Debris buffs left, so not as much flexibility left. Jubilee hits Hulk. Wow. Okay. This is an interesting Hella list if it's not a robot. Like, it's kind of honest looking, right? Like, oh, Daredevil, nice, dude. I'm pumped about that. Hit me some demons. Moonstone's also interesting. I mean, yeah. I guess I would think Moonstone right, probably. You're not going to have Moonstone Patriot together, but I don't know. You don't... Again, I'm not getting the Sandstorm out here, but this feels like it has to happen because you just got to get big points there, and you want to get your buffs while you can, right? So do you go Moonstone mid? if you do, you're not. I think right's like gone, kind of. I'm thinking like right's. I mean, not gone because you got rocks and squirrels. You can't help. I think you got to try to win mid and left, basically. But mid is tough. I don't think that's trivial at all. Second Jubilee. Oh my god, dude. Invisible Woman this time. Oh, so this is like a MODOK hella. Okay, that's actually cooler. I like that we're still contesting, right? Even if it's like not easy, it's a contest. And this looks pretty good because you have 25. Like we said, we just get big enough that it doesn't matter. 27 even. So big Daredevil. And then, yeah, I think you just go... Demon Patriot, right? This Patriot's actually worth 8 points mid. Bigger than Martyr. Bigger than Moonstone, yeah. Yeah, this is good. I think you're adding only 4 more right. So we are still exposed if they hit a Hela. Like, you know, this is not guaranteed, but it's enough that... Oh, no Hela. Okay. It's enough that, you know, it would be competitive. Because even this is like a 15-point lead mid. Like a Hela, if it comes down, you know, like of course an Infinite could steal, but maybe they roll death and they miss. Wasn't a sure thing, but even a Hela right, which would have been a pretty natural play. I still kind of think this is a robot, by the way, but honestly a competitive game nonetheless. Which, by the way, there's only 1 card left in deck. If they are a Hela deck, it's very likely that Hela. A robot here probably plays the Magneto to lose intentionally instead of playing Hela. But anyway, the takeaway remains, like if they'd played Hela here, they would have been a 21-21, a tie. So that would have been potentially a tie or a wasted development there. I'm trying to pretend if this were a human being, like what this game would roll out to. I think you always win left. So it just becomes about, do they basically have to hit Infinite mid to win, or if they play Hela and hit Death mid, they could do that to win too. But it's like, we actually got some really sick numbers. And I would argue Daredevil was pretty good here too. Like 2-7 that gave me a really good draw, basically. Like, you know, 2-7 that gave me a 112. That's not bad.